one way of thinking about goals is that any goal that you have, it's quite important to describe it in the words that describe what you want, not in the words that describe what you don't want. So I think Graham somewhere quite early on said something like, I want to stop procrastinating. Now, when he says, I want to stop procrastinating, are the words describing what he wants or what he doesn't want? Well, the procrastinating word is describing what he doesn't want. And there's a slight trip up here. If you describe your goals in words that are built of what you don't want, you're introducing in your mind what you don't want instead of what you do want. And guess what your mind does with that? It'll trip straight up on it. Like, how many of you ever gave up smoking and found that saying the words, I want to stop smoking, didn't help you an awful lot? Did you ever have that experience, any of you? Yeah, quite a few hands are going up. Or you've got a talk to give and you're going, I don't want to be anxious, I don't want to be anxious, I don't want to make a mess of this one. Well, guess what you're increasing the chances of happening just by thinking that way? If you're giving the talk, you have to go, well, how do I want to be? I want to be relaxed, I want to be amusing, I want to be full of energy, whatever it is. And those words will help you achieve the goal. But if you think in terms of the words of what you don't want, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. I usually do what I call the purple monkey mental experiment to make this point. So, brief mental experiment. For 30 seconds, don't think of purple monkeys starting now. Don't imagine purple monkeys, don't visualize purple monkeys. Don't imagine David Attenborough introducing a program on the natural history of purple monkeys. And don't imagine David Attenborough pointing out that actually purple monkeys are like bonobos. They relate almost entirely through sexual interactive behavior. And what they get up to is so obscene you'd have trouble showing it on TV at certain times of day. So don't think of any of those things. That was 30 seconds. Who succeeded? My point is made. Usually somebody shows up and goes, I succeeded, John, I succeeded. And I go, great, how did you do it? They said, I thought of pink elephants. And that's the point. If you allow your brain to only do that habit of thinking in terms of what you don't want, you're tripping yourself up. It's a small thing, but once you've got it, it makes... I don't know if you'll think this is over the top, but you've gathered there's a fair amount of human misery out there and you probably have your own personal doses of it from time to time, yes? It's okay to nod. Our Buddhist friends go, this, suffering, that's what, you have to accept it before you can move through it. I think it's possible that about half of human misery could be caused simply by cleaning up in terms of that pattern. Because so many of us have got internal dialogue chuntering away negatively in terms of what we don't want, and actually we're just reinforcing the very thing that we really want to stop and really want to change, and we trip ourselves up. So, one experiment for the days and weeks ahead. Go clean up your thinking in terms of outcomes. Issues are great described in terms of the negative. I'm sick and tired of procrastinating. I've procrastinated enough for 5 lifetimes. Is fine, because you're nailing the issue. But for goodness sake, get the procrastination word out of the outcome, because you've shot yourself in the foot if it stays there. Now, it's simple, and this is the first exercise. I want you to get to grips with that.